Game day 5, Group B, in the battle between Congo DR and Côte d'Ivoire. Well, Democratic Republic of Congo traded blows with l'Elephant, then Senegal against Madagascar, and then these teams will also be in action again tomorrow. Here are the standings in Group B: Senegal, Côte d'Ivoire, and Democratic Republic of Congo. They all three have already locked up places in the second round. Madagascar have no chance of advancing, but you got to remember, it is important to win every single game because the wins accumulate, and there will be 5 teams ultimately from Africa going to the FIBA Basketball World Cup, which will be played in Qatar. And Côte d'Ivoire, one of the powerhouses. There's no doubt about that. And they start as favorites, especially when you look at their lineup. They've brought some real heavyweights, and they can play with the best of them. Now, Democratic Republic of Congo will present problems for this team. The question is, can they maintain that at times excellent play or even solid play for 40 minutes? That is the big test when you go up against especially a team of the ilk of Côte d'Ivoire, who have, of course, played at several FIBA Basketball World Cups in the past. But Michel Perrin has been at the helm of this Democratic Republic of Congo team now for a while, and is optimistic about his team's chances. He will have a scheme for today's game. And you look back and you remember how these teams played the first time, and Côte d'Ivoire just really laid the wood to the Congolese, 96-59. And it's imperative for Congo to get a good start in this game, build some confidence, set the tone. But even so, we do know that we are going to see both of these teams in the second round. The question is, will either of them make it to the World Cup? So here in Senegal, both teams now on the court for the national anthems. So the national anthems have been played. Of course, the bigger crowd will be here later tonight when the host Senegal are going up against Madagascar. Referees for today: Kingsley Ojeoberu, Adlan Larouchi, and Haitham Ihakaf from Nigeria, Algeria, and Libya, respectively. Well, Côte d'Ivoire really kind of threw down the gauntlet to the rest of the competition when they started with a 90-80 win over Senegal, and followed that up with that big thumping of this Democratic Republic of Congo team. They followed that up with another against Madagascar, 99-74. Of course, they're prohibitive favorites against them. Senegal, however, have the better head-to-head, or have the head-to-head advantage on Côte d'Ivoire if it comes down to that, because they won by 13 in the next. So that's been their only drop. That was in the second game of the last window. And after this game, Côte d'Ivoire will take on Madagascar, and the Congolese will face Senegal. Head coach Michel Perrin, the Frenchman, coached a lot of basketball games. Been there, done it, seen it all. And hoping that this Democratic Republic of Congo team can make the most of its incredibly talented, really athletic team. And you got to play smart, play together, play hard. Not necessarily in that order. I think all at once, as Dean Smith once said, and often said. And as long as you do that, you got a chance to win. This arena is one of the top arenas in all of Africa, so it's always great to be back in Dakar. And I'm sure the referees feel the same way. The arena just on the outskirts of the city center. So I think we're going to look at the starting fives for both teams. If not, we'll just wait till they come out. Well, I will say that Amadou Sidibe leading overall in efficiency for Les Éléphants. And Assaman Mullar also has done very well, averaging 14 points per game. Sidibe at team high efficiency average of 19 per game. Lionel Kouadio second on the scoring at 11.3, but he is not here for this game. Kevin Yebo, obviously a good addition to this Côte d'Ivoire team as well, plays professionally, has been playing professionally in Germany. Won the FIBA Europe Cup with Chemnitz, famously. They get great shooting, great all-round play from Nizre Zouzoua, the Elephant, and Ulrich Kra, also a solid player, especially defensively. He and Junior Ouattara really do put the pressure, along with Sidibe, on those defenses. And for the Congolese, Monanga, Shakina Monanga, his efficiency is off the charts, 35 per game, 23 points per game. Also leads the team in rebound to get 10 per game. Shakina Monanga also second in assists at 4 per game. So he has been the player that has kind of sparked this team, but they've also got Patrick Mwamba from a Steel Point, Jonathan Jordan, outstanding, Rolly Fula. Definitely worth the price of admission when he's playing at his best. So the teams line up, and again, we will get you the starting five. It's going to be Hassan Moullar, Gasso, Sidibe, Ouattara, and Dali for Côte d'Ivoire, and Jordan, Inyembo, Tamba, Monanga, and Kande for Democratic Republic of Congo. Well, hello everybody, we are underway here in Senegal, in Dakar. The African qualifier battle between Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, and Côte d'Ivoire. And Democratic Republic of Congo with this first possession. Remember, they were beaten soundly in the first meeting by the Côte d'Ivoire team, and the first attempt, no rebound potential there as the ball goes off the rim and over the backboard. So it's les éléphants against les leopards, the leopards of Congo. Côte d'Ivoire's first possession. Inside it goes into the lane. And the soft touch not there, but the offensive rebound is, and still no success on the putback. So it's going to be Côte d'Ivoire basketball. That was Dali that attempted that first shot in the paint, and then Sidibe with the follow, and then Dali whistled for a foul. Jean-Philippe Dali. Now picking him up a little bit full court. Jonathan Jordan doing a good job bringing it up. Not a ton of ball movement there, just whipping it out to the perimeter and putting up the three. Seeing some battles down low, and great help defense by Amadou Sidibe. There he is, number 21. Jordan puts up the shot and he's fouled. So 2 free throws coming for Jonathan Jordan. Almost half the Côte d'Ivoire team plays in France. We do have 3 Côte d'Ivoire-based players. Also at Chemnitz, obviously you've got Yebo, Germany. And Jordan makes the second. So 2-0 early on. The Leopards take the lead. Congolese have a more broad-based makeup in terms of their leagues that they play in, and that was a sweet touch, little drive, little bucket for Gasso, David Gasso. Now that's more like it. Nice drive, finish not there, but they keep the basketball. Monanga turns it over. And then quickly down the floor, Ouattara has the ball taken away. Okay, sorry folks, we're having some satellite difficulties, but here, get a look at this replay. And you can see both players scrapping away and neither one wanting to give up the basketball. So it is Côte d'Ivoire hoop, Côte d'Ivoire possession as they attack the basket to the left. And oh, look at the swat. And that leads to a break for Jordan. Jonathan Jordan swings it out to the wing. And in the end, they end up taking the three, and it's Monanga. Now Côte d'Ivoire have the answer, and it's Moulard. Driving in Yimbo and getting the dunk by Tamba. Tamba just so big, so strong. Game opening up here as Dali passes it back outside to the wing. Oh, thought he might travel, but in the end, all it did was kind of turn and drift in, and Garmin Kande puts Congo DR back on top. Here's Dali, well short, but then follows up the miss. And the Leopards a little guilty of ball watching. Feeds it to the low post. Tamba will jump hook. Now Moulard's already got 1-3. Here he is again, same spot, different result. Jordan, who plays professionally in Libya with Al Ali Benghazi. Now the miss, and again, it's l'Elephant, Moulard. This time, gets inside, slips, slides, passes. And I think a travel, no, a foul's been called. Whereas the Congo bench was appealing for a travel. I think they might have had a point, especially with Lamar. So good work from Gasso. He goes out. Kevin Yebo comes in. Also, Ouattara goes out. Gasso goes out. Yebo and Aboubacar Traoré come in. Little mid-range shot, no good from the elbow. Nanga gets his share of touches. Here's Jordan. Pulls up. Misses. Tamba, though, gets it over to Jordan. Nice hustle. Here's Monanga again. He's short on that. 29 years of age. Monanga, and look at that, going right down the lane and dunking it right off the bench. Traoré, and it is l'Elephant who suddenly have the wind in their sails. Look at this again. Coast to coast. Somebody pick him up. And Monongo just kind of stood there on defense in the semicircle and watched as the Côte d'Ivoirian just flew right over him. Watch this. He's going to test the defense. Anybody going to pick me up? Well, I'm going to go all the way. And just like a warm-up line drill dunk. Michel Perrin has to be a little bit disappointed with the defense. I'll say that Monongo has been the leading player in this team, but he's only played one of the games so far where he had that 23 points. And the ball kicked away. Now the pass up the floor. Jonathan Cissé in the game, number one. Zouzoua also in the game. There's the three-point attempt, no good. Good job getting the basketball. Another and great follow, and now it has to be Hoyo who has to be a little bit disappointed with the lack of rebounding. You can see him quite animated over there on the sidelines. Yebo, little scoop. He's looking to get the intensity up for his team. So timeout has been called by Democratic Republic of Congo. And we'll go down to the bench and listen to Coach Perrin.
Patience, trouvez des bons tirs, faites la défense, c'est très bien les garçons. Vous allez finir par mettre des tirs dedans là. Continuez à défendre, à mettre du rythme et aider sur les montées de balles. Hermine, sur l'écran de Flo, lui il est seul pendant une seconde, il faut qu'il reçoive, il faut les punir là-dessus quand ils sont en retard sur les écrans. Ok, des bons écrans. Eux ils ont 4 fautes d'équipe. Ils ont 4 fautes d'équipe, ils continuent à jouer les garçons. Flèche de route. Allez,
So that was a three-point shot from Monongo. Monongo plays for Antibes in France. 14-11. The Elephants setting the early pace. I'm not sure. I think that score might not be right. It might be 12-9. I think it is 12-9. Also shaking and baking from Chuma, and Jordan puts it up from deep. This is everything. Zouzoua gets it to Yebo up at the top. Oh. Well, the move. He got into position for the dunk, and then he just kind of fell over. Traoré. And Jordan is looking over like, I didn't touch him. I mean, he did reach in, but still. Watch the reach. But a little bit weak. And there is the shot, the rebound. Again, Cissé from downtown, he misses. Excuse me, that was Jonathan. Yeah, Jonathan Cissé. Now here comes Democratic Republic of Congo. Quickly up the floor, Chuma. Strong play, much to the delight of his coach. Chuma Totu steps up to the stripe. He played in one game against Madagascar, only got 11 minutes, but did score 8 points in that game that Congo won. So it is 14-11. Yebo puts it up, the tap. They scramble for the basketball. Here comes Kandi. Down low, Chuma. Totu not able to get it to go. Nice turn, Yebo blocked.
Changement pour groupe, entrée du numéro 13 et le numéro 1, sortie du numéro 34 et le numéro 0.
Three-point shot, no good. And it's going to be charge drawn by Yebo. So taking one for the team. Whistle blows and the foul. So Yebo definitely gonna need a hot bath after this one. Maybe after he jumps into a tub of ice, because he's taking a pounding. This Democratic Republic of Congo team is pretty physical. Throw their weight around. Here's Yebo. This is the first. Second. Now the turnover. Chance to go quickly, and Yebo just lays it up and in. Jordan's got to go quickly. Is he aware? And they're not even going to get a shot off. Fula just a little too late. So Yebo, who averaged almost 16 points per game for Chemnitz in Germany this season, comes off the bench and brings a spark. And Côte d'Ivoire lead at the end of one. So 17-12, Côte d'Ivoire on top of Democratic Republic of Congo. You can see one more three, two more makes inside the arc. Okay, well, here's some of the highlights from the opening quarter, and you can see how the Elephant started well. That first bucket by Gasso Onanga had 23 points in the only other game that he played in. But he's a threat, as is that man, Florent Tamba. Especially if he catches it in the low block, or if he boxes out, he'll be in position for those putbacks. And that was a nice play by Garmin Kandi. Then nobody boxes out Dali. And that was a very questionable D by Manunga. And then right at the end there, Yebo scoring. Well, scan in the QR code to gain access and log in to Courtside 1891. Watch live streams, extended highlights of FIBA competitions, and more. So again, scan in the QR code to access and log in to Courtside 1891. Claus checked into the game for Côte d'Ivoire. Long jump shot. And not a great attempt at getting a lot of movement on offense there, just putting up the jumper. Just seems a little freewheeling right now for Democratic Republic of Congo. Here's the bounce pass to Yebo, but he loses the handle. Here's Manunga. His pass intercepted. And Jonathan Cisse, after the steal, charges and turns it back over.
Numéro 1 Côte d'Ivoire, premier pot de passe. Changement, Côte d'Ivoire. Entrée du numéro 77, sortie du numéro.
Yebo goes out. Jordan drifts in, and the putback. Good job from Tamba. If he just does that, gets offensive rebounds and putbacks, that's going to be a huge help for his team. And then he goes down and gets the block. Cisse gets to the baseline, passes it back to the wing. Kra lets it fly and banks it in. The lead goes back to 20-14. Remember, both teams have already clinched their places in the second round. Ooh, little dipsy-do behind the back pass from Jordan. Manunga misses. Nevertheless, the ball batted back out to the perimeter, and then the whistle blows. It feels like these two teams, of the two teams, the Democratic Republic of Congo look a little tired. Veteran Fula goes out. You got to play 3 games in 3 days, so you have to be ready for that. Here's Tamba again. This time he meets some resistance. Joshua, one of the premier shooters in Africa, shares it, gets it over to his teammate. And that's what he's talking about. Dali can hurt you from deep. He can hurt you on the drive. And really, the energy level has to go up for DR Congo if they are going to have a chance in this game.
Every time, we can make mistakes like this. Et on attaque un peu de travail, les garçons, là. Nous, on demande que la faute à chaque fois. C'est bien ton mouvement dedans. Et on défend et on joue, on va au rebond. Par contre, on ne fait plus rien. Chacun veut jouer pour lui. On ne fait plus aucun système. Hein. C'est chacun joue pour lui. Vous voulez plus faire les systèmes, vous voulez être plus fort que l'équipe en face tout seul, vous ne pouvez pas. Hein. Vous ne pouvez pas. Donc travaillez en équipe. Continuez à mettre des systèmes en place et à dérouler pour trouver des bonnes situations. Hein. Allez, let's go. Let's go, ensemble.
Got it. Hey, focus on the defense.
Well, this is already in a danger territory for the Leopards, trailing 23-14. And you can't emphasize enough how important every game is, because the results from this round carry over into the results for this in the second round. And by the end of that, you know, you got two teams from each of the two groups, plus the best third place teams that advance, that qualify for the World Cup. Shot clock down to 4. Three-pointer needs to go up. Nope. And they're not going to get it up. And I think that probably says it all right there. They're trying to execute something out of the timeout and can't even beat the shot clock.
Numéro 02, premier faute personnel.
He's looking like one of the best players out there, Jean-Philippe Dali, making the jump shot. Nice move. Going back finally kind of stops the rot. Candy. And offensive foul.
Changement. Côte d'Ivoire, entre les numéros 45, sortie du numéro 9, entre les numéros 21, sortie du numéro 12. Côte d'Ivoire, premier faute personnel.
Down low, and good strong play, and much better. That is Shekina Munanga, not just settling for jumpers. So if they can string together a couple of possessions in a row where they score, and Côte d'Ivoire do not, it does give you a little bit of hope. But again, this Leopards unit just looks tired, the way they're walking around, the body language. And Munanga misses with his first attempt. So forget what I said about 2 straight possessions. That's not going to happen. Do hustle back though. Munanga getting his hand on the ball to deflect it out of bounds. Pass to Millar. Goes off 1 foot, banks it in. Seems to be a little bit more of a dynamic player now, Millar. A little more confident offensively. And he was one of the young guys. You know, he was a talent, but just a talent with promise and wasn't delivering. But now he's delivering some. Jordan misses. And Jordan is just having a frustrating start to this game.
Numéro 1, Congo, deuxième faute personnelle. Changement Congo, entre le numéro 7, sortie du numéro 1.
Well, they had the big win over Madagascar yesterday. Excuse me, 2 days ago. So they had the day of rest. And there is the putback. So you get the 1 day off, but then you play the 4th and the 5th. It's not 3 consecutive days, but lead is 13 points. Ball short, batted back outside. Kandi has it, gets rid of it to Tamba. Let's see if he's got a low post move. And Tamba, I think, called for the travel. Sidibe not giving anything away. Honestly, I didn't see it. Looked like he kept his pivot foot. Semi Mular again. And the grab by Joel Banza. Actually, that was a foul that they called on Florent Tamba, not a travel. They must have called him when he turned. Zouzoua gets in the lane. Terrific rebound from Sidibe, and they just stay with it. Lead grows to 15. The rebounding often cited as the statistic of desire. And we're seeing that from this Côte d'Ivoire team. Now they just take it right away. Kandi loses it easily, but then they get it right back. It's Chuma Totu. Chuma Totu races down the court and gets it to Tamba. I mean, Chuma Totu has the right body language and the right energy. He needs to play as much as possible. Mular gets all the way into the lane and is fouled.
Changement. 34 RD Congo pour les fautes personnelles. Changement Congo. Sortie du numéro 13, entrée du numéro 18.
Here's Tamba, hands it off, 33-18. Now down low. Oh, it goes off the hands of Kandi and out of bounds. Quickly. Well, they don't go quick. They get the ball. Now it goes and very easy, the reach and the foul, and the lead just continues to grow.
Numéro 34, RDC Congo, deuxième petit personnel. Changement, sortie du numéro 23, RD Congo et entrée du numéro 15.
So stepping up to the line, Aboubacar Traoré. This is the first And you can see Hoyo over there. I mean, he wants to get on top of this and end it as quickly as possible. But he also wants this team to get better and to be more ruthless. And they're going to have to be better. First of all, to make it into that top 5 to get to the World Cup. I mean, they've got a really good chance of doing that. But you don't want to just show up at the World Cup. That's not the name of the game. You want to get to the World Cup and then you want to win. And you can't do it. You got to form these good habits. Making free throws, not turning it over, having that ruthless streak. Here they are on the open floor. Traoré takes it all the way. And boy, that is just some exciting stuff from a very talented young man. Got to wonder where the defense is. That is not going to put a smile on the face of Coach Michel Perrin to see the second time today a player go all the way down the court. And not only this, he has a chance for a three-point play. The last time there was a dunk at the end of it. He does not get the three-point play, but still it's an 18-point advantage. Oh, good hands from Yebo. Although it was hard not to steal it. Felt like it was almost passed right to him. Millard from the corner. Jonathan Jordan out quickly. On the counter is Chuma Totu. He gets blocked, but there is some good hustle really for the first time. It's Tamba hustling down the court. And unfortunately, an injury for the Congolese. And it's Kandi, one of the veterans, holding his groin area.
Changement de pouvoir entre le numéro 1 sortie du numéro 45. Changement Hervé Congo sortie du 34 entre le numéro 1. Changement de pouvoir entre le numéro 25 sortie du numéro 15.
See if Côte d'Ivoire can lower the boom right before halftime. They're right on the verge of making this a first half knockout. Although probably I shouldn't say that because we have seen some big comebacks. And Millard follows up the miss, puts it up and in. It is scary how many rebounds are getting away. Just not seeing quite the effort that we need to from Congo DR if they're going to have a chance to win this game. Even there, here they are quickly the other way. Yebo. And this will take it to 21 if it goes. It does not, but there's the follow. It's a 20-point advantage for Côte d'Ivoire, and it's the bucket for Pap Njai. Jordan kept the low dribble, and finally Jordan gets something to drop. And there is a nice finish from Yebo. See Liz Mills sitting courtside, and you got to think that eventually she's going to coach another team like she did with Kenya. Did such a great job with them. And you look at this play from Côte d'Ivoire right now, just running up the score, going up by 22, and just a distinct lack of intensity and the play of the Congolese. They just look, I've been saying it, tired. 4 rebounds. Here's another one from Yebo. So just from a rebounding standpoint, 18 rebounds in total for Congo, which doesn't seem that bad, but they're being out-rebounded 28-18. Pass to the corner. Tamba battling away. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay at this end. Here is a drive, and Jordan scores, and he's fouled. And at long last, a sign of promise for this Congolese team. And Jordan's going to be helped up, and is going to go to the line for a potential 3-point play. He went up and released and came straight down, knowing full well he was going to get contact, because he, at bare minimum, wanted to get to the free throw line. This will cut the deficit to 19 if he can make it, which he does. So 3.3 seconds left. Côte d'Ivoire called timeout. They're not finished. They want to get something. And who knows, maybe Democratic Republic of Congo, the Leopards, can get a steal and maybe get a long bucket before the halftime buzzer.
Coming in this way, okay, here in this way. Kevin, to pass him, okay, and drive. Or if you see that as soon as you receive, Nibra is coming here, okay, to pass him to take. It's 3 seconds, okay, it's time enough, okay. Junior, from here, run to the corner, and Pape be here, okay? Okay, you just behind, but nothing else. Okay, guys?
Présente-toi au cas où.
So the ball inbounded. They're going to get up from midcourt. Oh, and just a little bit short from Junior Ouattara. But I think on balance, Côte d'Ivoire will be pleased where they are as they head to halftime leading 44-25 over the Democratic Republic of Congo. Shooting numbers favor, not surprisingly, Les Elephants, 14-27 inside the arc. They've got 4 threes. And like I said, they're out rebounding Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo. 4 more assists as well for the Leopards. And Mular with a team high, game high, 11 points. To look back at the highlights in that second quarter when really there was only one team in it and they're wearing orange and green. Banking in the 3-point shot. But not just that, just needing the team in blue to lose balls, rebounds, even going coast to coast. You get a bucket, nobody stepping over to pick them up. If you want to win the game, you got to really give your best effort, and I'm sure that's what Coach Kareem will be telling the players. If everybody was playing as hard as Chuma Totu, they would be right in this thing. Tamba has given some effort down low, but overall it's a Côte d'Ivoire team that just looks so much better. Here's Chuma Totu to Tamba. Here, this is the coast to coast. Watch this. Traoré goes all the way and even is fouled. So at halftime, it's Côte d'Ivoire leading 44-25 over Democratic Republic of Congo.
The passing lane goes coast to coast for the N1 opportunity.
You ain't never seen nothing like this. Stop running with it.
Dominic Malonga throws it down.
I'm gonna drive with you to Congo. You ain't never seen nothing like this.
Guard up, throws it up and rocks it in. That's the way to get themselves going.
Savande, 8 points already to his name. Puts it forward, looking to attack and gets all the way to the rim to punch it home.
Good zone pressure from Rwanda. Throws it down, a big time dunk by T.J. Keita. Over. Abed's got Lahiani with him. Passes up, goes in, throws it down. It's showtime. Tunisian fast break basketball. Second Dubois comes up with it. Well, here comes Fofana, it goes in, gets rejected. Oh, Idan Kunda with the transition protection, big time block.
Here comes Nigeria. This is the momentum that they needed. And another back-to-back slam.
Bado has 2 on him, throws it up anyway! What a finish from Bado! Hill, shake and bake, trying to get free. Oh, are you kidding me? What in the world was that plan? Was it a shot? Was it a pass? It doesn't matter. It's a 2-point bucket.
Well, Shannon Evans, leading scorers, got to go from the half court. Puts up the press. Oh my goodness! Are you kidding me? Shannon Evans with the 11th three-pointer for Guinea, and it's from the FIBA Basketball World Cup logo. 15 on that 7-0 run. Evans, 3. Oh my goodness! Wow, the putback dunk with authority.
How many times are we going to see this?
side. Are you kidding me?
Papa Nicolau says, give it to me.
Chicago attacks the closeout. Feed Bruno inside.
Fills it up.
SM Millar has been getting it going tonight. This afternoon, knocking down some jump shots. Looking confident, poised. Leading Côte d'Ivoire in scoring coming into this game. Already has 11. He's been averaging 14 a game. And George's been relatively quiet, but his late scoring, he got that one. He also got the drive and the bucket and the three-point play. This made him the Leopards' leading scorer at halftime. So 7 points, 2 of 6 from deep, and he has made all 3 of his free throws. Both teams are going through their warm-ups here before the start of the second half. Of course, after this one, we have Senegal taking on Madagascar. So for the fans, a double dip here in Dakar. And usually what happens is you tend to have more fans coming in for the second half of these games to get here in time for their own game. I remember covering the FIBA Women's Afrobasket in Dakar, and whenever the Senegal women were playing, the game that was right before that benefited in the second half was just a ton of fans being bussed in to watch. And this is again one of the great venues in Africa. Well, how good can he become? Hassan Moullar. I mean, he's getting a lot of minutes, leading this team in the qualifiers, and of course, you know, once you get to the final rounds and to the tournaments, how much you're going to play at the AfroBasket, how much you're going to play at the FIBA Basketball World Cup. There will be more people putting their hands up to play, and you need to show the coach what you can do. You got to take advantage of the opportunities right now to demonstrate what you can do, and certainly Moullar is a very exciting player who wants to be there for the big games. He did play at the AfroBasket in 2025, played in 4 games, averaged more than 12 points, 4 rebounds per game. And he did also play in the World Cup team of 2023 when Côte d'Ivoire played 4 games. So he did get his minutes. And still relatively young, to be honest. 23 years of age, turned 23 in January, so I think probably still just scratching the surface of his potential. .25, that's a big deficit to come back for the Congolese. But like I said, I mean, there have been some big comebacks in the qualifiers, and these particular qualifiers in Asia, with 12 minutes to go, Chinese Taipei were down by 19 points at Korea and came back to take the lead in regulation. Then the game went to overtime and they won. So the game is, you know, the shot clock, the three-point shot, you know, you have opportunities to go on big runs. Scanning the QR code to access and log into Courtside 1891, watch live streams, extended highlights of FIBA competitions, and much more. Second half action is underway here in Dakar, and immediately driving to the basket and getting fouled is Traoré. Jesus Was standing there. He's again, 29, big time scorer. I don't think his scoring is needed today, but I think in those tough games, he's definitely going to have to score. So So just one of two makes it a 20-point game. Now can the Congolese get something going? Jordan pulls up. Going down like a clump of heat is Amadou Sidibe. And they're going to blow the whistle. Not sure what happened there. Bring out the mops, a lot of sweat. Oh, he just slipped. Oh. And sometimes those non-contact incidents like that are worse than actually body on body when you lose your footing and you go down hard, land on your side. Those guys with the brooms and the mops are wearing orange, so it does make you wonder maybe if they're pulling for the elephant. Here's Mullard again. A little shaking and baking. Hands it off to Zouzoua. This is the man. He puts it up and he knocks it down. Again, a meter, a little bit more than a meter behind the arc, showing that great skill of his. Great score back in his college days. That's there all day long for Garmin Candy if he just goes down there and establishes that position. Called that foul on Jordan. Zouzoua. Back to Mullard. Pulls up mid-range. He's good. He's knocking him down. You got to give him credit. He's now 4-7 from the floor is Mullard. Oh, tough take. Much better approach, but you got to finish. That was Fula, the captain, Wally Fula. Nimbo trying to get the hand up. Doesn't make a difference. This is Mullard. Just getting more confidence. Again, he plays for Bourg-en-Bresse in France. So, very competitive league. The three-point shot is good. Just adding insult to injury. Whistle blows again. This game can't really get a good flow right now for some reason. Too many whistles.
Côte d'Ivoire, première faute personnelle.
Tough take. And again, just not able to get it to go is Tamba. And another bucket, and it just goes from bad to worse for Congo as the Elephants extend their lead now to 55-27. Any hopes of a comeback starting to fade. decidedly.
Chercher fils, amener les ballons à l'intérieur.
Easy, and when somebody's open, take. Okay?
Here's another look. And the bucket from Gasso. Joshua says, let's get into a three-point shooting contest. Back to Millard for Côte d'Ivoire. I mean, he plays for Frederic Fautou in at Bourg-en-Bresse, and averages more than 10 points per game, or at least he did this season. He made it to the playoffs before falling to eventual champions Monaco. So he's definitely playing at a high level, getting some good domestic experience, and he then brings that to the national team. Tamba, player's going to go up and dunk it. Instead, lays it up and in, plays it safe. Now the steal. Up ahead he goes, and the dunk from Millard, showing some hops. And right now, this Côte d'Ivoire team just wants to dominate the highlight reel, and they will. Look at Millard. I mean, that just is a great example. In the old days, if you did this, you might be teed up for hanging on the rim, but not in 2026. There's a timeout on the court as Millard sits down. In fact, not a timeout, but he's going to sit down and take a break. He's going to take his personal timeout. Jonathan Jordan missing. And Fula with the rebound and putback. Oh, sweet stroke from Jonathan Cisse. Quickly, and another wide open dunk, and this one for Jean-Philippe Dali, and the route is most definitely on here in Dakar. That's just miscommunication, all bouncing off of Kandi, and Dali taking it the other way. Nice Jordan. Finally something positive for Democratic Republic of Congo. Joshua missing it from the wing, but another attempt. Papenjai was tempted, but his Not going to take it. Craw drives all the way in and banks it in. Just not a lot of resistance defensively. Here's Zouzoua again. Jordan quickly up the floor to three-point shot from Fula. And the captain misses that one. Just one shot now. Jordan takes it all the way down the lane and misses the layup. I mean, you just can't make that up. That's hard to believe. Ball goes out of bounds. Three-point shot, and missed everything in Jai. Oh, and thankfully for Manunga, he made the layup. Now another chance. And the reach and the foul. And really, again, Chuma Toto is the one player that has this sense of urgency in this Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo team that is giving his team a chance on both ends of the floor. Here's a three-pointer from the wing. Manunga on the baseline, and they do not get the shot off. The attempt from Jonathan Cisse, but off the rim. Battle for the ball, and Pep Njai comes down with it. Good save from Cisse. Craw, and then his attempt sails over the head of Millar. He goes, you can fake that pass and just deliver the bounce pass. Bounce pass. Chuma, but no finish. Now Millar, bounce pass. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay at this end. Here's Millar again, and missed everything. Nice swat, nice hustle, but the foul has been called. Look at Chuma. I think he did. I think it's the right call. Chuma gets hit on the right arm. Watch this as he goes up. So free throws coming for him.
Changement de devoir, réclamation entrée du numéro 7, sortie du numéro 5.
Three-point shot from the wing. And Millard, excuse me, this was not Millar, but it was another three to fall, almost just running this Congolese team out of the gym up 64-36. Nice rejection. Oh, did Millar save it in time? He threw it. He threw it off of Samson Ilande. Well, they've hit multiple threes today, Côte d'Ivoire. Millar hustling. So 8 of 24 from three-point range. 7 different players have knocked down three-pointers for Côte d'Ivoire. 50 seconds and change remaining in this third quarter. Foul on the perimeter. Junior Ouattara. It's Ouattara that hit that last three to take it up to a 67-37 lead. And then Yebo.
Hey, if they
got a
keep
timeout.
playing the zone defense, okay, we play head, okay, and Semian and John Jr. be ready in the corner, and then we want to put the balls in Kevin. Kevin, when you catch the ball like this, okay, now face the basket. And now when he's faced the basket, you play baseline. And now we fill the corners, okay? And then you can read or the one-on-one, pass to the corner, and then if he passes to the corner, be ready to maybe coming again, okay? Let's go. Hey, if it's man to man, we play stand up, okay, with time, okay? We have one offense, okay? Only one shot, guys. Only one shot.
That was the three from Junior Ouattara. And then this was Yebo's layup. He got the bump and still made the shot. That made it 69-37. So the graphic is wrong on the screen.
Et c'est la fin de ce carton. Dernier Congo français. Côte d'Ivoire 69.
So that's the end of 3 quarters, as Côte d'Ivoire in command against Democratic Republic of Congo. Côte d'Ivoire just offensively much better. Down the jumper, and really has improved. I think you got to tip your hat to him, but this in no way, shape, or form is a one-man team. I think that's one of the good things about Côte d'Ivoire is they have a lot of weapons. I don't think they've been tested today at all. I don't think the Democratic Republic of Congo has really competed, if I'm being blatantly honest. They've made some shots, they've made some plays, but there just seems to be some type of disconnect. And there's only one team in it, really. A lot of drives, nobody picking up their help. And, you know, the Elephant getting those easy shots. Open looks. Scan the QR code to access and log in to Courtside 1891. Watch live streams, extended highlights of FIBA competitions, and much more.
Et c'est parti pour le 4e et dernier quart-temps de ce match.
Jordan blocked as he comes in from behind. Now the pass up to Millar. So yeah, you can see the graphic is wrong. It's 69-37 right now in favor of Côte d'Ivoire, and the lead is just growing. Shot is an air ball. Tamba had the rebound. Tamba goes up again. It's going to go out and a chance to run. Millar with the lob. Went for the dunk. Millar comes back down with the basketball. Then he goes back inside. Jonathan Jordan comes up with the basketball.
Numéro 25 Côte d'Ivoire, interruption personnelle. Changement avec Congo, entre le numéro 10 sorti du numéro 7.
It's not going to get any easier tomorrow for Congo, that's for sure. They're going to play the host nation against Senegal. And the only thing that you hope for their sake, and for basketball's sake really, is that the larger crowd is going to bring a little bit more energy to their game, because we know that they may not be as good as Côte d'Ivoire, but they shouldn't be trailing at this stage 71-37, which is actually the score. So just ignore that score on the graphic right there. think they're having some issues with the machine. He does make the second. Tamba. Ouattara probing. Nearly a minute and a half into this final quarter. Pulls up right at the elbow. That was short. And now the turnover, and Jonathan Cisse misses it from deep. Mular, team first, feeds his teammate his third assist to go with his 4 rebounds and 17 points. Mular. Nobody stops Candy this time. 73-40, Côte d'Ivoire on top of Congo. Both teams have already clinched their places in the second round. And Kevin Yebo gets blocked as he goes up. But on this evidence, Congo are not going to go very far. They're not going to make it to the World Cup unless they really start showing a little bit more quality against the better teams. And the foul has been called. I mean, it's one thing to beat Madagascar, but if you want to qualify for the World Cup, you're going to have to win games against teams, the elite teams of Africa. Mular and Cisse come out. Mular, in fact, is the only player for Côte d'Ivoire in double digits right now with 17 points. And Jonathan Jordan, who had 7 points at halftime, now has 10, so he's the only player in double digits for the Leopards. Kevin Yebo enjoying his moment with this national team. Trying to get the steal. So in case you're wondering about Kevin Yebo, he was actually born in Bonn, Germany, but he does have both German and Ivorian nationality because his mother is from Côte d'Ivoire. So he's been playing in the African Qualifiers, and it's going to be interesting to see if they make it to the World Cup if he goes, but I see no reason why not. Here's a three-point shot from the wing, and there he is, Kuma, the one player for me that deserves some praise in this Leopards team. He has just been playing high energy basketball all day, and now he knocks down the jumper. But the answer at the other end is Kevin Yebo. Great defense down low. Here comes Traoré. We've seen it all before. Oh, it goes behind the back. Are you kidding me? Oh, and Yebo missed the shot, but there was the follow by Moussa Kone. I don't think Yebo can quite believe that he missed that layup. Here's Kone going for it. 5:49 remaining. Well, that was going to be, and still could end up on the highlight reel with Traoré delivering the behind-the-back pass. Look at this one. Watch here. Behind the back to Yebo, but then he missed a shot. But nevertheless, Kone was there for the rebound putback. Nice play by Traoré. He really does excel in transition, doesn't he? He likes to get out. He likes to run. So timeout for Democratic Republic of Congo. So Junior Ouattara steps up to the stripe and makes the first. Manunga. Lalande has it knocked away. Can you look at Traoré, just born to thrill on the fast break? I mean, he is fun to watch. Traoré, one of these players in Spain, plays with Cultural Deportiva Leonesa in the LEB, but the LEB in Spain is like a really good league. You know, historically, probably as good as a lot of the other top leagues throughout Europe. Just Spain's top division is, I think, widely regarded as the best domestic competition. And there's another bucket, and it's Dali. So again, sorry folks, the score that we have on the graphic is not correct. You just need to ignore that. It's 84-44. Congo battling way, getting pushed out, boxed out. Just continue to pour in the points. 86-44. Zouzoua adding to his tally. His first bucket other than that three-pointer. Just under 4 minutes remaining. Zouzoua from deep. Back the rim and here in the open floor. Mononga goes up and dunks it. And another bucket. This one from Amadou Sidibe. Finally, I think the score is correct on the graphics, so thanks for fixing that. 89-46. Now from the corner, and another three-pointer. And L'Elephant threatening to get to 100, and Traoré, you could argue he's been the best player for this Côte d'Ivoire team today. He's got 13 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and boy, has he been entertaining. But look at how wide open he is. So 92-46, Côte d'Ivoire. Ball goes out of bounds. Next game we'll be bringing you is Senegal and Madagascar. Should be tipping off in about an hour and 20 minutes from now. We'll come to 10 minutes before tip-off. There's another rebound. They just look hungry, don't they? Oh, lost at that time. Joel Bonza, number 7 in the game. Now he's calling some plays. And even Bonza has more of a bounce in his step. That is no good from Jack Kabuya. Another wide open three, short. Kra doesn't mess around, just goes all the way to the basket. Ulrich Kra, he's been good in his limited minutes today. Takes it up to 94 points for L'Elephant. Will they get to 100? And the ball goes off the hands of Sidibe and out of bounds. So more substitutions. They get to the century mark. Here comes Kra again. This time loses it as he goes up and it goes out of bounds. Joel Bonza hands it off. Now the lob, catch, gonna go straight up, and much better. A quick answer though, and the miss from Gasso. Mutombo getting his first minutes in the game. I almost think Perron would have been better off going with some of his reserve players today, because they seem to have a little bit more bounce in their step than some of the starters. Papenjai puts up a crazy shot right at the end of the shot clock. At least he was aware to know. But the Congolese throw it out of bounds again. It's starting to look like they will not get to 100. Jonathan Cisse. Final 20 seconds going off the clock here. Cisse to the corner. They've had somebody parked over there the last few possessions, and the Leopards throw the ball away again. I'm guessing they're going to inbound the basketball across midcourt, and that'll be it. Yeah, that's what Coach Hoyo is saying. So that's it. Well, let's just say that there was only one team really in it today, and they were wearing orange and green. Côte d'Ivoire rolled to an easy win over Democratic Republic of Congo. The Elephants stampede the Leopards 94-51. Well, these two teams will be in action again tomorrow. Côte d'Ivoire will wrap things up with a game against Madagascar, and they'll be heavily favored in that one. But if you look at the result, look at the numbers here, just total domination from Côte d'Ivoire. They could have easily gotten to 100, really, I think, if they wanted to in the end. Out rebounding them, more than twice as many assists. Boulard, they ended up with 3 players in double digits. Boulard, Traore, and Yebo. And it was one-way traffic. And again, it's not going to get any easier for the Leopards, because tomorrow they will take on Senegal. And in front of a large, boisterous crowd. You know that Senegal will be the favorites of that one. Well, there's a national team that is enjoying being here at the qualifiers. That's a great sign, and that is an indication that they want to make the most of this experience, which they are. 3-point shot. Not there, but they get the rebound. Bounce back from their loss to to Senegal a couple of days ago in style. Yebo showing the soft touch. That was one of my favorite plays of the day. Traoré with the fast break behind the back pass. Kone following up the miss from Yebo. Combo having stolen. And look at Traoré. He just is in his element when he's running at full throttle. A rare break for the Leopards. Manunga. And the three-point shot from Traoré. You can see really enjoying himself. So after the 94-51 win, Côte d'Ivoire go back up to the top of the standings. Of course, they will drop below Senegal if Senegal win their next game against Madagascar. Democratic Republic of Congo are in third. And again, both teams know that they are advancing to the second round. Next up, Senegal against Madagascar.